Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Murli from Dr. Murli's Wise Labs. Today, we are going to speak about the Job Searcher's Toolkit. You might be wondering what this toolkit is all about. This is a very essential information kit which gives for all the job aspirants. Maybe you're a fresher or you're an experienced candidate. Now, why did I do this Job Searchers Toolkit? The basic reason I did was from my experience as a trainer, as a counselor, as a coach, what I have observed is there are a lot of mistakes and well prepared candidates when I see during my interviews, right, with the candidate. So what happened was I thought, let me give a small tip on what should the candidate be ready for their interviews, how they should make themselves ready, how is that they are accepted by the interviewer, right, and how is the candidates when they go for the interview, and how is that they're going to be prepared for, right? So these were the common questions. What are they missing in finding out a job? Why is that they are not getting enough opportunities? These were my common questions which came in when I was trying to build up a session like this. From my last 22 years of experience, my dear friends, what I have seen, I have been putting across here. I have 12 years of corporate experience and approximately equal number of 12 years experience in academics, right? So in fact, I hold a PhD degree in human resource management. So that prompted me to come out with such a session. Probably it will be very useful for all the candidates who are looking out for the job. So let me start my session today. What do I mean by job search? According to me, when job search is an action taken by an individual, right? Individual for looking a suitable job, which is paid employment, what I call, based on the skills, subject knowledge, and your experience, right? This is very important. When you're searching a job, understand that you have the skill, you have the domain knowledge, that's the subject knowledge. You also know what is that you are looking for, right? This is what I call as job search. This search may be due to unemployment, maybe you're fresh out of the college, or there could be an experienced candidate who is working in an organization but not satisfied with his roles and responsibilities. That means to say he or she has not searched the job properly, right? So first of all, understand a job seeker should fix a goal for himself or herself. Now, don't worry, I'm going to teach you how to fix a goal today. Okay, fix your goal to find an employment that satisfies your personal needs and preferences. Okay, your acquired skills, your knowledge, and the hold on your subject, your passion, your interest, okay, and the hidden values in yourself, right? Let me give an example here. Now, how do you find your goal? How do you frame your goal? Please keep a pen and a pencil, okay, ready with you with a notepad. It's very important to write this. Okay, I'm going to give you a simple formula called SMART goal setting. I repeat it, SMART goal setting, meaning SMART, SMART goal setting. Now, let me give one by one what these letters are. The S in SMART is be specific in what you want in your life. I'll give an example for us. I will have to lose weight from the current 75 kgs to 65 kgs. Don't you think it is specific? I will lose weight from the current 75 kgs to 65 kgs. Now, if you look at this, I will go to the next letter M, which is measurable, right? Now, M, can you measure this from the current weight of 75 kgs to 65 kgs. That means to say I have to reduce 10 kgs, right? So I will lose weight from the current 75 kgs to 65 kgs. It is measured. What is not measured in this world is of no use, my dear friends. Ladies and gentlemen, understand this. Boys and girls on the forum, understand this. You will have to have a scale, a measuring scale. Now that is S and M for you. Now A is achievable. 10 kgs, is it achievable? I'm not keeping a target. I'm not keeping something which is 150 to reducing weight from 150 to 75 kgs. I'm not saying it is impossible, but the goal should be very clear. When, how, where it is going to happen, right? Now, SMA, that is achievable. Okay, is it achievable? Yes, it is achievable. Now, when it is achievable is not defined in my goal, right? So what I want to go, the next letter, realistic. I have also kept a realistic target of 10 kgs, reducing 10 kgs, which is very, very important, right? I'm realistic. It has a meaning for me, right? The T last, SMART, SMART, is the time bound. Now, this is what is goal setting is. I will lose weight from the current 75 kgs to 65 kgs by December 2020. Now, does that make sense? In the next 3 months, I've kept the target of losing 10 kgs. Now, I have not kept a target and I'm not going to sit or sleep every morning and do it, but I have to go step by step. Now I know what I want. So now I know how I have to do it. I have to write it next. So first thing is meet your nutritionist. Okay, understand your exercises, meet your physical doctor who can help you out to understand what is possible from your end, right? It could be walking, jogging, or a gym. Go meet a gym instructor to understand this. So I now know the steps involved to achieve what I want in my career, in my life. Okay, so why do I want it? Because it's realistic, it's achievable. Why do I want it? I need to look thin. I can wear my shirts and pants with trousers, whatever you call. I can wear it because it's not tight now. There's a reason. There is a reason for it, right? Realistic reason for what I'm doing. Similarly, in your career, try finding out. Write a goal. I know it is not possible today. You can write the formula, keep it yourself, try doing this, give me your feedback how it is. I'm going to help you out in framing your goal. Okay. Like if you're a finance guy, if you're an engineer, if you're a software engineer, if you're a mechanical engineer, if you're a psychologist, right? Understand what is that you wanted in these areas. I guess then you will know you fix your eyes properly. Once you have fixed your eyes properly, you know where to go, right? It is like this. When you're hungry, you know where to go. If you're a bachelor, you know you go to a hotel. If you're a family man, you go to the kitchen, right? You know what you have to do when you're hungry. Similarly, are we not hungry for achieving something in our life? Are we not ambitious? Why is that we have boarded a bus without destination, right? You would also find a presentation in the attachment there, assignment there, where you'll know the step by step what I have spoken has been given in the presentation. So you'll understand, frame your goal so that you can walk perfectly. Okay, walk the destination where you are going. You know where you are going. Okay. Have you ever traveled? Have you ever traveled or boarded a bus not knowing where the destination is? No, I don't think so, right? But how is that you have boarded this career bus without knowing your destination? My dear friends, if you have this in your life, I guess 50% you have won in finding a job. Okay. Now let me go to the next one. Okay. Understand what it is. Now, what a job searcher's toolkit contain? The step one is individual assessment. Check your subject and self-knowledge, okay, and your skills. Clarify on your work assignments. When you find a job profile, understand what is the work you're going to do, right? What kind of work, what kind of job, what is that the employer expecting from you, okay? What your interest is, what kind of portfolios you're looking at, right? What is that you need to handle? The positions there, the roles there, the responsibilities there, the challenges there. Understand in the roles, my dear friend. Half of them, when I have observed, doesn't look at the roles and responsibilities. They say they see the qualification, they see the experience, or if it is a fresher, they just start applying it. That is very wrong. It might not be your profile, right? Match your skills and what is needed for your job, okay, and what you're looking for based on your strengths. Understand the type of job you're looking for. This is very crucial, my dear friends. This is very crucial, my ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls on board. Very, very important, right? Understand yourself first. Individual assessment is very important, right? So, type of employment you're looking. What do I mean by that, right? There are certain hints given in this slide saying that working full-time, part-time, working hours, restrictions. I see so many times when during the interviewer asks you, are you ready to work during night shifts? Some of them I have seen. Could be boys or girls. I'm not differentiating with the genders here. They say, no, I have to ask my parents. Okay. So this is one thing we should be sure of. Travel restrictions. Do you have any problems traveling? Right? Do you own your two-wheeler if you're in marketing and sales? Quite obvious this question would come in, right? Language restrictions. If you're in Bangalore, if you're in Karnataka, they would ask, do you know Kannada? Right? Or working elsewhere. English is a common language, right? Odd hours is possible for you. Do you require a transportation? Because these days companies are trying to cut down on their cost, right? Lastly, your health conditions for a particular job you are interested in, right? So these are your individual assessments apart from the knowledge, skills, and your attitude to work, right? Now, most of the job seekers at campus placements or career phase, my observation from the last 22 years are they do not research about the company they are going for, they're applying for, right? And I'm serious about it. They only go to Glassdoor, find out, ask questions about the salaries, how they pay, and that's it. Most of them I have seen it. Okay. Now the question is, it's not just the salary in any organization. There is beyond salaries. Understand what the company is first. Understand whether you can do that work first. Understand whether you have the capacity to do that work. Understand you have the required skills for it. Understand that you have the right knowledge for it. Right? I strongly recommend each one of you here to do a 3C analysis. What is that? Company, customer, and competitor. All the three inputs, please take it from the website, from the company's website. Do a small research elsewhere from the website, because Google is something, it's a ocean. It gives you a lot of information. So try getting that information, okay, and be very, very clear about what the company are applying for. Understand their strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Do a SWOT analysis. Write your own tips, okay, on a small notepad and carry it when you go for the interviews. I guess you have half won. Okay, your battle is won there by knowing what you are applying for, because you're sure about the company, you're sure about the roles and responsibilities, you're sure about whether you can do it because you have the capacity to do it, you have the skills to do it, you have the knowledge to do it, and you're going with the right attitude. Isn't it, my dear friends? Right? So the usual way, right? Know where to search your jobs is my next step. The usual way is what you are seeing here: newspapers, advertisement, career service agencies, recruitment firms, okay, job portals. Right? There is other ways also to find it out. If you have not known this, please know it. I'm going to tell you today. Right? The paradigm shift today is to make your presence felt in social media sites, right? Especially Facebook and LinkedIn. Connect to all your favorite or your dream companies here. Try building credibility by your interaction, your postings, etc. Put everything there. Put your profile properly. Mind it, put your profile properly, what you have got in you. Don't put something which is not there in you. Don't exaggerate yourself. Don't try to overbuild yourself. Okay. Now, with these connections, you would meet a lot of people on LinkedIn. Okay. Even probably Facebook, but LinkedIn is excellent for the corporate work, right? And you can interact with the corporate people there. And what I have observed, I have seen through research, 80% of the job postings are not advertised. Okay. And only through networks, these things have been filled up. Now, if you are not there on social networking, if you are not there presenting yourself, if you are not branding yourself, I'm coming out with a session on personal branding. You will probably, I'll let you know when it is, right? You should brand yourself. You should understand that you are a brand, right? If somebody wants to ask you, or if they ask you what mobile you want to buy it, most of them talk about a branded one, right? Now, those brands, how different are you from there? Can you not build your own brand? A brand called you as a brand. Possible, right? Now, that is where you have to search your jobs for, right? How connected, to continue, how connected are you to the corporate world? How many seminars, how many webinars, okay? How many, what do you call your conferences, industrial events? So during COVID, you would have attended a lot of webinars. Probably would have learned a lot of things during this 6 months, right? I consider yes there, right? And the step 4 is networking. I continuing what I have been talking about, corporate connection, corporate network. A well-established network has become a crucial part of our daily lives today, my dear friends. Okay. Uh, um, Let me tell you how to network. In fact, you should so well promote yourself on social media that you should stop searching a job. Instead, the employer should find you, right? Now, let me give a small uh, uh, experiment which you can do it for yourself. I guess you'll be very successful in this. Go to LinkedIn. First of all, if you have a LinkedIn account, go to LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, please take action today. Okay, open a LinkedIn account. Okay, now once you open your LinkedIn account there, go search your dream company. Suppose if I'm a marketing guy, let me understand this way. I go type, I want to work in the best of the best company. So I type Mercedes Benz. Okay. When I type Mercedes Benz, I would get the people who are working in Mercedes Benz, right? Now I start connecting to the sales team, to the HR team. I send a friend request to them. I wait for a day or two or even a week's time when I get their responses. Now, like that, on a daily basis, if I do it for a month time, my dear friends, I would at least touch 30 connections like this. In each company, if I connect two people, I'll have 60 connections. You understand the power of this? Now I start interacting with them. I tell about my skills, my experience, my knowledge. I share my knowledge. I started become I show my credibility on the social media, especially one platform on LinkedIn. Companies will come to know what I am, right? Now this is one of the way which I have seen very successful. My students been operating it, my people, my connection, my network being operating on it, and they're very successful. Try it today. Try it today. It's a very important information which I'm talking about. You will be getting your dream profiles and dream job, my dear friends. Start networking from today. Now, what should your interview kit contain? A resume fully loaded, at least 3 copies, soft binding, which should include copies of the following: a cover letter, photographs, 5 to 6 numbers, your certificates, educational skills, okay, education, skill certifications, additional courses, right? All the evidences to prove what you have to speak, all right? A business card if it is needed. I feel it is needed as a marketing student. uh, I need an address card at least of mine, right? So I can print it. It doesn't cost you much. So start preparing your interview kit, right? And each time if you go for an interview, I feel you have to spend about 5 to 10 rupees making a good resume. Okay, you should keep your staplers, your gum, your pin, everything inside your kit. Don't ask anybody in the interview room. The next step is salary expectation. Dear job seekers, please do not be over ambitious and be in the fantasy world. Check the following. Find out what this company can offer you. Do a research. Check for information from your networks. Right? Justify what you can bring on the company's table if they offer what you're asking for. Do not be unrealistic. My suggestion is take the job if it matches your requirements, skills, and passion. Especially for freshers, I'm telling this. For experienced, try to negotiate on what is that you can bring on the table. Very important. Let me give an example, right? Uh, when I went to the second interview during my corporate world, I had to tell what targets were given to me in marketing and sales, right? I was given 35 lakhs as my target in selling my machines. I was a mechanical engineer and I had sold about 1.25 crore worth of products. Now, was that an useful information for me to ask what I wanted when I'm bringing that on the company's table? I'm bringing value. I'm bringing value to the table. So I'm ready to ask for that kind of a value which I'm bringing in, right? So understand your salary expectation. This is where most of them will fail during the interviews. Step 6, how to dress for an interview, right? Do not dress up casually, my dear friends. It is not the good sign for an interview. Okay, and formal dress normally brings you seriousness. From my experience, formals will give you more confidence also, and you can speak well, right? Hope you agree with me. Probably you have experience by now attending interviews, right? So dress formally. That's very important, and that's one of the probably which I've seen uh, accepted in the corporate world. And even today, my dear friends, the first impression works, right? That's what I was supposed to say here. I strongly recommend, if you're talking for an interview and etiquettes, watch some videos on YouTube. There are hundreds of videos on YouTube where you can watch and find out what is that you need to answer during interviews. In fact, I will be coming out with probable questions asked in HR interviews in my next session. Okay, so you would probably understand. You can also go through a lot of videos on YouTube. I'm also getting out on this platform, so that most of them would get help on what kind of HR questions I need to answer. Right from asking a question, tell me about yourself. This is one question which always puzzles everybody. What you have to tell and what you should not tell, right? Uh, I'm getting those questions answered in a very natural way, not a trained way, so that you'll not be a parrot who is going to answer what is asked because you're already trained on it. So I'm going to come out of with that. So meanwhile, you see a lot of videos, you would get a lot of information about how to answer questions like this. As I said in my earlier slide, first impression is the best impression. Even today, it works, my dear friends. All right. The next which I'm talking about is the reference which you see in your resume. Okay, you write in the last part of it. There's no point in giving references who doesn't speak about your strengths, your skills, your interest, your passion, your ambitions, right? Choose 2 to 3 references and inform the references that you have given their names and their email IDs and numbers, shared their numbers to the corporate world so that they can give a proper reference to the candidate, right? It is very important. References are very important today, right? Because corporates doesn't believe you because they don't know you, right? So you're new to the market. Even if you are experienced and the references says you're from your previous bosses, I guess nothing like it, right? So references is an important aspect of your job search. Now, my dear friends, you would have understood some of the nitty gritties of why is that your job is delayed. My dear friend, it is not denied. It is delayed because probably you would not knew few techniques of how to get a job, or why is that you're not getting a job. You probably would not have analyzed those things. I have brought in all this for your success. uh, I guess it will help you out in your job search, and I thank you and I wish you good luck.